Welcome to another episode of Mello Music Maker. Now, as we continue to look at those who have made reggae music what it is and who have created an impact for others to build on and follow in making this sweet genre of reggae music, today we have the pleasure and honor of speaking with one of the genre's icons and pioneers. Now, if I introduce our guest as Lowell Fillmore Charles Dunbar, that might not ring a bell for you, but if I say Sly and Robbie, I know you'll go, oh yes, Sly Dunbar. And indeed, we're very pleased to have him on our show today because he's one of the most prolific drummers to come out of the 20th century. In fact, as a part of the duo Sly and Robbie with Robert Shakespeare, Sly Dunbar has provided the rhythm section and production for numerous artists both locally and internationally. Indeed, an accomplished musician. And it's our great pleasure to have Mr. Dunbar today with us because this is, after all, Reggae Month. And he certainly is a wonderful guest to have to speak with us. So, of course, we're very excited to speak to Mr. Sly Dunbar.
Well, I think my mother, she's not a musician, but she loved the music. And, I have to thank, what I want to do first, I want to thank her, God, first, my mom. And I want to thank people like Lloyd Parks, Nancy Collins, all the musicians, all producers, all singers, all drummers who gave me the opportunity to play. So if they didn't give me the opportunity, I wouldn't be here talking to you right now. So I want to big up all these people. They're part of my life, all of these people.
Fantastic.
So the first song I played then was Night Doctor, which was produced by Nancy Collins. And it came out as The Upsetter at age 14. When on 15 now, Nancy Collins came back and said, want me to play in this record. And this record I told him would be $1 million seller, and that was Double Barrel.
The legendary
Double Barrel went to number 1 in England and went to number 22 on the American pop chart. 1970-71.
How did you know that it would be $1 million seller?
Well, because I used to listen to a lot of music. I used to go to a lot of parties. I used to listen to James Brown, all these records, every record, Jamaican record, foreign record. So when he started playing the piano part, I said, this is $1 million seller. And then we start putting the bass line, boom, 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 boom. I was feeling that groove and rehearsed it like for 5 evenings after rehearsal, from the band rehearsal. And so myself and Lloyd Parks to stay back and work it out. And Friday was the last rehearsal. Then we went Monday to the studio, cut the song. I said, this is $1 million seller. Everybody laughed at me. I said, okay, and it was $1 million seller for true. I grew up listening to people like the Skatalites. Lloyd Nibbs was a drummer who kind of influenced me. And to me, I think Skatalites was one of the best bands ever to be formed in Jamaica. And great musician. Plus, there's other great musicians that came out for the Skatalites, and I admire them so much, and I learned a lot from all these musicians. And I want to big up to all the elders. And I want to big up a person like Ken Booth, who was the one who really turned on everything for me because he came to the school, Trenton Comprehensive High School I used to go. And myself and Willie Williams used to go to the same school, and he performed there for us free. And after I saw Ken Booth perform, I said, well, really, the music, So from there, I get strictly involved with the music, and I told my mother, I just want to do music, and that was it.
How did your mother respond to your desire to do music?
She said, okay.
She was supportive?
Yeah, she said, okay. Yeah, man, serious thing. I couldn't believe it. I said, she must have a dream or something. Somebody talk to her, I don't know.
Well, did that make it easier for you to throw yourself into the music industry?
Yeah, well, I couldn't let her down now because she said, well, okay, so Lloyd Parks would come by with his guitar. We have this big tape recorder, and we sing and play every day, and I would mimic on the tape cover like a drum. But when you listen to the actual recording from the tape, it sounds like a drum because I learned the timing. Otherwise, when Lloyd Parks coming around, I learned how to play that timing on not on a real drum now, this is a pan, but it sounds like a real drum, And then I was in a band called Yard Brooms. At the first play out, and I remember the first applause I get was a song a friend of mine called Barry performed a version of Red Red Wine, and everybody clap us. So I said, wow, they clap us, you know, for the first song. And then when the recording gonna start now, one day I went to check Ranchi, and I had a great friend of mine and Lloyd Parks playing in a band called RHT Invisible. And
Yes.
when I get there, there's this great drummer called Tin Leg. He used to play in a band, but he went to do something, so nobody was playing drums. So Anson said to me, you can play drums? I said, a little bit. So I went around the kit and stuff and said, I like how you're playing. I said, really? And then like a week after that, he called me and said, I want to come play a session. I said, really? So this was the first recording, Night Doctor. I did it at Federal Studio. And then within a year time, he called and said, I have this other record, he want me to play in it, and it was Dunbar. So everything started right there.
How did that success change your life?
It didn't really change my life. I just get more serious. And I said, I can't let my mother down now because it started now, so I have to keep with it. So I decided to just travel a long, hard road, you know.
There's no turning back.
No turning back. I don't know why I choose the drum, because I used to look at Lloyd Gibbs and I've seen him playing all these things. I said, I want to be like him because he's doing hard work and he's playing a lot of things, you know. I said, I like the drum. I like the piano also, and then I admire people like Earl Young from MFSB, Philadelphia, and Al Jackson from Booker T and the MGs. And I used to listen to all the drummers. I listened to Mikey Boo, Phil Calendar, Joe Isaac, very good, Bunny Williams, Horsemouth. I could go on and on and on and on and on. So many drummers, good drummers in Jamaica. Paul, used to play with Toots and the Maytals. So we all are friends, so I kind of learned a lot from all these people, you know. And we used to sit and talk about music, and, you know, so everything is coming from, listen, Carlton Barr from the Wailers, Bob Marley, all of these people. So this is where all influences came from, for me. I don't know if I'm a great drummer or a good drummer. I just play what I think. And what I like, and people appreciate and like it, so I say, oh, they like it, so I'm all right. But I didn't go to music school really and everything. You know, you're growing up poor, mother wasn't around, so you have to go down there. So Light Park, some people like Ants were always there, you know. But I don't think I'm a great drummer or a good drummer. I just help myself. I think personally, I don't know, but I do things that marvel people. And they say, what you doing? I say, I don't know, I'm just doing it. Well, I've played on a lot of songs for like legendary Bob Dylan. I played for the Rolling Stones. Grace Jones is our girl now from Spanish Town. Grace Jones. Yeah. Played for Gwen Guthrie. Herbie Hancock. Nona Hendricks. Joe Cocker. Simple Red. No Doubt. Manu Dibango. Yeah, and from Africa. He died. Yeah, definitely, because I won 2 Grammys. One with Black Guru and one for Sly and Robbie.
Amazing.
Well, you know, I remember.
You say it so humbly.
I used to look at this just like a gramophone thing all the time. I said, when will I ever get one of those things, you know? When I look at it today, I say, wow, I can't believe it's here, you know? Yeah, I wanted to big up a specialist, you know, a good friend of mine, and he came to me and asked me, said, he told me that he has this guy, you know, great singer, and he has this track, and he want me to come and do some drums. So I think we did like 10 some tracks today from Machine, and when I heard the song Cheerleader, I said, wow, this is a hit song. So I said, it's a specialist. This is a hit song. So I was playing the pattern, so this is what I'm feeling. And he said, really? I said, yeah, man. I said, well, it sounded good. And he went out for a while and came back, and then Fata from Anchor had the track up and playing. And I said, boy, this wicked. So yeah, man, a great song. And so I was a part of the track, Home Cheerleader. I did the original version, and then there was a remix that I didn't do the remix, but the original version was done at Anchor. Well, I think my approach to creating is playing with other musicians, and I think they kind of give me the groundwork, another producer to play, you know. And I think so when they give me that ground, the freedom to play, then I play. But that's why I want to thank all these musicians and producer, big up everyone, because I couldn't have done it by myself. So with the help of these musicians who gave me the pathway to play and didn't reject what I was doing, you know, kind of took me to where I am today. So I want to enough respect to all of these players. Enough respect. Every time like we get together with musicians, it's always a great feeling to just sit and play with each other, you know, and because we know there's a magic going to happen somewhere along the line. So it's always up to me, it's always a pleasure to, I don't like, you know, like some people like today music, you know, very computerized and people sit by themselves and play. I don't like it that way. It's all right. I like to be among musicians playing and then trading ideas and everything. And at least that's how the hit tune will come along. But when you by yourself, sometimes you think you have it. When you take it to the studio street, no, it's not working. So I like to play with a group of musicians inside the studio. I love the live because that's something I can do live. I can't do the machine, but the machine help a bit because I didn't make the machine. The manufacturers made it, so and all these big groups were using it. So I said I have to get it to be in line, you know.
Yes.
But I have the machine. The machine is really good. It helps because I use it as a practice tool also. So I don't know if a lot of drummers kind of fight the machine and say they don't like the machine, but I mean the industry make it, so and it was there, so I just get it also. Funny thing, you know, I don't call myself a producer, you know, because first I'm just a musician, just like to make music. So I sit here the whole day and just making beats and making everything. And if you like, you come inside and you want to sing and say, oh, she can sing. I say, okay, listen to this rhythm, man. It sounds good, and you might have a song in here. I say, take it home, write a song, come back, and oh, it sounds good, and I think, oh, that's it. But I don't know what the word producer mean. I know probably the producer is the one who said that's okay, that's final, this can go. But I think it's almost a musician, you know. I'm a producer. It's all right, but I don't like the cap producer. The advice I would give to them is that a lot of them is out there, and a lot of them is really have the talent and everything. And what we have to do is work together. We can't do it by ourselves. Don't care how great we think we are. We have to work together as a team. And I think teamwork is what counts. And you have to believe in what you're doing. And some people might come into the music to make it the next morning. No, it's a long road sometimes. You don't know when your time is going to come. But all you have to do is position yourself inside. So keep on doing and keep on doing. Don't give up. Because any day you give up, that's where it's going to be finished for you. So for me, that's how I see it. And even today, I still go at it like I've never done it before. I'm still green to the business, you know.
Wonderful energy. Still smiling.
Yeah, man.
When we arrived, we heard music pumping from the studio.
Yeah, man. You just have to just pump it. That's why I don't believe in it as a music. Because I'm doing it for my mother still, and I know she's not around, but, you know, I couldn't turn back and let her down, you know. I mean, I feel bad in myself, too. You know, that she said, go ahead. You know, so, yeah, man, Light Parks was there, man. He knows everything, man. A boss that, even one who tutor me and Nancy Collins, those two people get me out there in the system. But all the rest of musicians are real good, and I love working with them. Drummers big up themselves. Not a lot of good drummers around, young drummers too.
Yes.
The older drummers, I go back and also pick up the old school drummers because I learned from them. That's where it comes from, you know. So I have to big them up. Joe Isaac, Phil Calenda, Mouth, all of these people. That's Santa Davis from Soul Syndicate. Yeah, man, I have to big up everybody.
The love and respect is apparent.
Yeah, man, after have that in your heart, you know, if you know it, then I don't think it can go nowhere, you know. Well, Mr. Shakespeare now, what happened is like, you know, we used to do session every day, like, we used to cut like 20 tunes a day, and, you know, we always used to meet downtown, Randy's, they call it Idlers, where everybody would meet down there. So, you know, musicians would get together in groups, talking, so me and Robert was talking, and we would share an idea about the music, and I was going by Channel 1 now to do a session, so I said, okay, don't worry, I'll drop you up there, because I wasn't driving, and he was there and dropped me up there, and we're talking, I said, I'm here every day, and sometimes a lot of session, if they, you know, come through, and say, all right, and then start coming through, and, you know, I think the first song he played on the session was a song called MPLA, played piano on the session, and, you know, we talk, and then I went on the tour with Dennis Brown, and I came back, and he went to New York with Peter Touch to kind of finalize thing with Rolling Stone as Peter being signed to them. And when he came back, he told me that Peter signed, and if I would like to be in the band, I said, yeah, man. So I joined the band, and then Robbie and myself and Peter were like, Word, Sound and Power, and then we started, made this album for Peter called Equal Rights, and went on tour. So, you know, we used to share a room because the budget was really thin, you know. And so me and Robbie that night and wouldn't sleep with it. Think about how can we make Peter show a better show the next day, and what we can do, and the music and everything. Talk about Earth, Wind and Fire, Steve Wonder, all of the bad group, and then we say, okay, try and put all of some of this influence inside of the music for Peter. So we did it, and then Peter started, and then the song that really happened for Peter was Walk and Don't Look Back with the Stones. It was a cover of a Motown song. But Peter was the one who kind of introduced Robbie and myself to the American people, because he had Bob Marley was out there with Carlton Barrett and Family Man, and they were the session musicians used to lock down Jamaica. They would play all the songs, And then it's a Sly Robbie turn, and we were the next set of rhythm section come out, and we were playing for Peter. Carlos played for and Palmer played for Bob. So everybody wanted to see what Peter band sound like and look like. So we had to go and represent, you know. So we had shaped Peter music with the help of Robin and Mikey Chung, shaped Peter music in a certain direction, and it worked and it worked and it worked and it worked. So I think this is what bring Robbie and myself so close together. And we decided to stick together as a team, and people started thinking all this rhythm section and the rhythm twins. And then in 1980 we decided to just want to leave Peter Touchbar. And then we were producing a group like Black Horror on the side.
Yes.
We had our production going and everything. So we did a show at Black Horror by Ron Williams Center and over by the Fort Clarence. And Black Horror had like 4 songs that was in the chart at the time.
Yes.
And they opened for Peter, and they were all Tamlin on the show, Jimmy Riley and everything like that. So then get tight and we started seeing the music happening, you know, just like how we had dreamed about it. But we know we still didn't get there yet at the time, so we had more work to do. Sly Robbie, we have, they produced a lot of, it was producer,
Yes.
produced a lot of groups, like we produced No Doubt, who won the first Grammy from the 2 songs that we produced at them, and we produced Simple Red, and we have worked on the Bob Dylan album together,
Yes.
the Rolling Stone project together, because they always use Robbie and myself as a team, the rhythm section. I remember we were in Nassau and we got this call that Bob Dylan wanted us to come and play his album. And me and Robbie were frightened and said, Bob Dylan wanted us to come and play? Can't believe that. I say, sure. I asked Dennis to call back the person who made the call. I said, yes, this is serious. So we flew up to New York and met Bob and started cutting and everything, and he loved everything. And I kind of asked him why he said for us, because there's so much great musician in America.
Yes.
I said, looking at Jamaica and said, listen to the Grace Jones album, and he loved everything, and it's something he just wants us to play. He said, I look at the people every day, and I could look at you walking and just make a rhythm, just like how you look. And we were talking about something today, and I will go and think about it, and just make some kind of music pertaining to it, like movies. You know, you just make a music to fit certain things. So everybody have a different personality. So when somebody comes inside to sing, you can't play sometimes the same kind of rhythm you play for someone. You have to, like when Michael was walking to the studio, there's no way I could play the music like the regular way for him, because he was looking different and the body looks a little different. So we have to cut the music for the image of the artist and the personality, you know.
For example, Black Uhuru definitely had a militant style.
Yeah, and the music goes with it, yeah.
Guess who's coming?
Yeah, so we kind of cut it. We got that idea from like being on tour of the Rolling Stones, you know. We were opening for Mick Jagger, and we were wondering how can we get reggae in this 110,000 stadium, and we were pumping, and you know, was watching the other rock group play, and when Robbie and myself came out to Jamaica, we said like, we have to go open stay and try something different, because the one drop is cool, but it doesn't have enough energy. So we want the energy inside of reggae. So that's where Black Horror was one who kind of burst energy with that kind of Guess Who's Coming Today and a Plastic Smile. So that's where the experiment started. Yeah, man, we still have a lot of more music to make. And I was saying to someone today, so I was telling Amalik about so much music we cut, and there's a lot of music I have in my box in my head, and there's a lot of musicians out there that I want to work with. Great musicians, I like working with them, and there's so much more to accomplish for myself and them, you know. Because they're great musicians. I think everybody should get a chance to go on the front line. And I think every artist is inspiring, locally.
I know you were going to say that.
And foreign, because like when artists come to, like Dennis Brown comes into the studio, Gregory, anybody who come inside, the first thing you're going to think of, how can I make a hit tune song with this artist? And you start looking around as musicians, they were trying digging up some kind of way to find a hit song. Okay, you don't want coming out with a flop record. So every artist who come to you try to think of a hit record for them, you know. For me, reggae is like life for me, you know. I love it so much, and it's Jamaican, so we have to project it a certain way. That's why I live for like reggae. For me, that's why I think every day too. A lot of try and get it much better and better every day, you know. And with the legends of people that provide the music for us, to like the Wailers and all these groups and all these musicians have left for us. You know, we can't afford to fail with all this music that they've left us. So for me, just to carry on, you know, and try and keep it burning, keep the fire burning, you know. Yes, we are on the right track musically, because he said the technology has changed and there are a lot of computers and everything working and session is like not how it used to be, like now, but session is going on, but who's very creative and a creative mind, they're gonna be successful. Funny, I grew up with my mom kind of loved music and she used to tell me about Arabella Fonte and Louis Armstrong and all these people, and she used to work at the airport and when these foreign actors used to come to Jamaica, they would have a motorcade for them leaving the airport on Railroad Road, and I used to live on Railroad Road, so you would see them waving to the people and everything. So I used to see them catch say, oh, Shirley Lee's coming in today. That she tell me that, and I said, okay. So I stand at the gate and watch Shirley Lee pass and everything. So for growing up, it was always in my blood because I used to go to stage show from I was like 10 years old. My mother used to send me.
So you're saying music was always the influence?
Always there quietly.
No chance of being anything else in life?
Now, one time I was thinking like, going to school, Trenchard Conference, I was thinking of. Well, even going to school, they used to come and scatter lights at school. Because we used to have this desk in the back and we sing song on free period of time.
Yes.
Me and Willie Williams used to sing song, everything. They used to come and scatter lights. So, but I love biology and some other things subject and I love Spanish very much. But after a while I said, right now, when I see Ken Wood come and perform at the school, so I don't really, enough is enough, Music. So Ken Booth is the one that's turning everything around. Surprised to know about me. What was surprised to know about me? For me, I love being around people,
Yes.
and the people have its energy, so I kind of absorb the energy. So it's nice to be by yourself sometimes, but I like to be around people because you just pick up a lot of vibes. So I'm kind of love that in life, and I don't talk too much, and always look on the bright side of things all the time. I always think positive.
You let your music do the talking?
Yeah, and I use my mind a lot, I think a lot. I don't worry, but I think a lot. I always think of the next move. Like, for example, I played a song today and say that's finished, next. So I don't wait until I take it for granted. Say, I wait until next year. No, next, tomorrow, start the new thing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Mr. Dunbar, it's been a great pleasure.
Yeah, man, thank you for taking the time out. And I say I want to big up all the musicians, all the singers, all producers, because I couldn't have done it without them.
Indeed.
Where I am today, I wouldn't be here today. If the producer weren't there, musicians weren't there, singers weren't there, I wouldn't be here today. So I want to big them up.
Oh, fantastic. And I can't let you go without you telling us what's the secret of staying so young.
Well, the secret is just being around young people because I love being around people. So we sit here sometimes, we talk and laugh and make fun of them and start making the music. And everybody was talking and programming something on the machine. And
Yes.
I must say, that we kid in a sly and say, really? Yeah? I was still talking and laughing and giving jokes. So it's like freedom then.
Thank you for tuning in to Mello Music Maker. It was Mello indeed with Sly Dunbar. I'm Shelly Hill. Join us next time when we'll bring you another music maker. Thanks for watching.